Alright everybody, Steven Soderbergh released a new movie, No Sudden Move. Let's talk about it. Alright folks, just going to mention this before I start the video. For anyone interested, my June ranking will come later because I'm of course on a road trip right now. If you want to see that on the main channel, you are more than welcome to. But June ranking will come later. I would like to see Zola, which came out June 30th first. And I won't be able to likely until I get home. But until then, you got these movies. So let's review No Sudden Move. Folks, the score to this movie is so damn good. It expertly captures the time period, and it's brilliant. It's really, really well done. The dialogue of the film is great. It's fluid, it's smart, clever. It's great dialogue. Folks, the cast, you probably already knew this if you know anything about the film, but the cast of the film is absolutely stacked. You got Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro, David Harbour, Julia Fox, Matt Damon makes an appearance. I don't know if he's listed really. Sort of a surprise, I guess. I don't know. Pleasant one, surely. John Hamm. I'm sure there are others that I'm forgetting, but this cast is stacked. It's great. There's some good comedy thrown in the mix as well. Sprinkled in there. It's not overindulgent, but it's nice. Folks, some scenes in the film are just entirely gripping, entirely captivating. And I think that's really exemplified within the opening, the beginning of the film, the first act, if you will. But not every scene is entirely engaging. Really, after the first act, each character really splits up and goes on their own sort of adventure, and it loses its mojo for a bit. And there are some scenes here and there where it picks it up again, but most of the scenes in this film are just less interesting, and they pale in comparison to the climactic opening. Folks, the setting of the film is great. I mentioned sort of with the score, but I just love this time period, the 1950s, early gangster sort of films, and I love it. I think it's great. Now, this could just be my screen. I doubt it, but of course, let me know if you didn't have this experience. But the film looked like they used some really weird panoramic lens, so that when any character or item was on the side of a screen, it looked super distorted and odd. And obviously, that was a creative choice, but I'm not sure if it's one that I liked. And then, despite how good the dialogue is, it can just be a little too much at times, and it's self-indulgent, I'd say. And it causes scenes to go on for too long at times, which is, a shame. Because otherwise, the dialogue in moderation. In moderation is what the dialogue needs to be. You don't want to go too much. You don't want to make scenes too long with it. You want it to be nice, quick, snappy, clever. And then my last comment is that the whole series of twists at the end is pretty comedic. I mean, it feels like a parody of the genre. Some of them are okay. Some of them are just absolutely ridiculous, and there are too many. There are way too many. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about, and if you plan on seeing the film, you will know what I'm talking about. Folks, in conclusion, the first 30 minutes of this film are just an absolute thrill ride. Great stuff. Absolutely excellent. Part of the gangster genre, and the rest of the coaster doesn't live up to it. It's mostly meandering. I think a B is definitely a fair score for this one. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed the first 30 minutes. It's something I would watch again and again, but the rest of the film is a bit average. That's my review of No Sudden Move. If you've seen the film, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. This one had a lot going for it. I think, for the most part, it did a good job, despite the things that I mentioned. Folks, I've been EDPC Reviews. You've been amazing. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.